Okay, hi again, Joel. This is my third part of video that I try to respond to your arguments before. This time is on Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. Okay. First of all, I want to show the screenshot on what we have agreed before. There is no teaching of the Old Testament. There is no teaching about Trinity in the Old Testament, which you yourself have agreed on, and also your scholar like Dr. William Lane Craig also has admitted that. Okay, so this is what you said. Okay, no Trinity in the Old Testament, admitted by Dr. Lane Craig, and you said that, of course, this is your name, Joel. Of course, no clear Trinity is taught in the Old Testament. Okay, but then you use again your your assumption and perception, and then but it is shadowed or hinted, but I don't want to comment on this. But since you say no clear Trinity evidence, and also Dr. William Lane Craig is more straight on this, he said no Trinity in the Old Testament. Okay, this was this statement from Dr. William Lane Craig. He given his statement during his debate with Rabbi Tobias Singer. Okay, and then you say, of course, no clear Trinity. Actually, no Trinity doctrine whatsoever been teaching in the Old Testament. Okay, so you have agreed on this. Okay, then let us read your arguments on about Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. Okay, here I put your argument in several colors. Okay, I will stress more on the yellow one. Okay, this is what the reason why I am doing this video. I'm doing this video to address your argument, which I highlighted in yellow. Okay, and then the blue one, this is actually I will address a bit, but I put it last. Okay, and then the purple one is actually I already answered in my previous video. I think in my part 1 video I have answered Daniel chapter 7 13 to 14, so I will not touch these verses anymore. If you want to see my answer, you can refer to my first part of the video. Okay, let us read Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 as what you put here. For to us a child is born. Okay, you put your in a bracket. Okay, referring to the incarnation of the Word, which is also known as Jesus Christ. This is actually what I said, your perception and assumption, or you do eisegesis. You force your presupposition, you force your own perception on your own view to the text, which is actually there is no nothing there to indicate this, but you force it to the text. But actually, for me, Old Testament or Tanakh is the scripture of the Jews. If you want to know what the meaning of the verse, the exact meaning of the verse, you should refer to the Jews, what they believe on this. You should refer to their commentary, okay? But this is free will. You can put in the bracket, even though it's not necessarily right, correct, but it's up to you. But for me, I will try to explain to you, okay? Explain to you by using valid proof, valid biblical proof, so that you can compare, okay? So that you can compare my argument with yours, okay? So, and I continue. To us, a son is given, okay, confirmed by Jesus as Son of God, and you give several references from New Testament, Matthew, and okay, you have given several references from New Testament. So I will not touch on this New Testament, because for me, if I can I can explain to you the correct meaning of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 according to it exact meaning. So there is nothing to do, then there is no connection between verses in the New Testament with this Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6, okay? And also I put here in blue, and then I put intrinsic here, that I will touch this in my last part of the video, but I will touch a bit, okay? I will touch a bit on this, but I'll put it in the last part of my video, okay? But this video actually for the yellow color argument, okay? Your argument in yellow. This is why I'm doing this video, okay? I continue with the yellow one. And the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God. And then again you put in your bracket, you do your eisegesis again. Jesus is Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace, okay? Of the increase of his government and of peace there will be no end, okay? Why I put this verb in red color, okay? Actually this is heavy video for me, because I have to explain to you about the grammar Hebrew, the grammar in Hebrew, okay? Actually you put shall be, this is in future tense, but if you go to Hebrew, actually the verb is not in future tense but past perfect tense, okay? But you Christian have changed the translation, they have changed it. They try their best, in whatever way, okay, to connect the verse with Jesus, whereas the verse for the Jews, the verse is actually portrayed about Hezekiah, okay, Hezekiah, not about Jesus. For Christian, Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 is the prophecy about Jesus, which will come 700 years later, when this verse is penned down by Isaiah. Christian always been taught by the church that this verse is actually the prophecy on Jesus that will, by Isaiah, that will come 700 years after Isaiah wrote this down, okay? This is what Christian believe. But actually you have to see what the verse really means. Okay, don't force your presupposition. Don't force what you want this verse to tell you, then you force it, or you make the verse say like that. This is something that fatal. This is so fatal. Okay, so this is a bit heavy video for me, but to make it easier for you and me, as well as whosoever watching this video, so I will do comparison. We will see the verb in Hebrew for this. Let's say, for example, shall be upon. Okay, this is in future tense. For the similar verb, we will try to see in other verses and see how the verse or the verb has been translated. Okay, here the verb has been translated as shall be upon. The same verb in other verses. I will try to find one similar verb in other verse, then we try to compare it with how it been translated. If here you translate is shall be upon him, that's mean in future tense, the same verb also should be translate with the same tense, that means future tense in other verse. If here you translate is translated as future tense, but in the other verse the same verb being translated as a perfect tense, that means something wrong somewhere. Okay, this is not consistent. So this is, I think, the easiest method so that this video can be understand by whosoever watching this video. Okay, you also have agreed that there is no teaching of the Trinity in the Old Testament. Okay, so I think the rest, no need to read. Okay, and then we will go to, like usual, I'll use my Bible work to explain in the front of your eyes, before you, all the comparisons. Okay, all the comparison that we doing. Okay, before we go to Bible work, I think it's good for us to refer to, to compare between what Joel, the verse that Joel has put down here, with the verse in Safaria, the Tanakh from the Jews. Okay, the Judaism Tanakh. Okay, to us, a child is born. Okay, is born. But let us look at Safaria Tanakh. Okay, for Christian Bible it is in verse 6, but in Tanakh it is verse 5. Isaiah 9:5 in Tanakh, but in Christian Bible it is in Isaiah 9:6. Okay, for the child has been born. Okay, to us has been born, but Joel said the child is born. Okay, the child is born, but in Safaria the child has been born. Okay, the son is given. So in Safaria the son has been given. Okay, there is a sharp difference between this. This is in perfect, past perfect, but Christian has translated it differently. Okay, and then the government shall be upon his shoulder. So the authority has settled, but in Christian Old Testament, they translate it as future tense, whereas in Safaria they translate as has settled. Okay, has settled. Okay, and then wait, his name shall be called in future tense. So here has been named, okay, in past perfect. That means the event has already passed when Isaiah penned this verse down. When Isaiah was writing this verse, the event has passed already, has happened. Okay, but Christians say no, this in future tense. That means this will fulfill 700 years after Isaiah has wrote this verse down. So this is a huge differences between what the Jews believe and what Christian believe. But still, the verse is there, the original verse is there. Okay, we still can get the truth by comparing how actually the these verbs been translated in other different verses. This is a fair thing to do. Okay, the verb should be constantly translated. Okay, it's not here is future tense, there past perfect. So the same verb, the very same verb should be translated constantly in other verses, even in the Christian Bible itself, in the Old Testament itself. Okay. Okay, the Prince of Peace, so here they use a peaceful ruler. Okay, peaceful ruler. It's not a prince but peaceful ruler. Okay, now I already shown to you the issues. There are differences in the translation of the verbs. Okay, as Christian use past, future tense. The Sepharia from Judaism use past perfect. So let us now go to Bible work. Okay, still I'm using ESV. Okay, for to us a child is born. Okay, I like to see the Hebrew behind, the verb in Hebrew. Okay, in original Hebrew. This is here Yulad. Yulad. If you know Hebrew, of course, here is Yod, Lamed with dagesh forte, the dot in the middle, and also this dalet. Okay, Yod with tibut, Lamed with fatah. So the pronunciation is Yulad. The dagesh forte is doubling the consonant. This means Yulad. Okay, so if whosoever watching this video that they don't know Hebrew, never mind, you can memorize the verb there, the shape of the verb. Okay, how the verb been written. Okay, then we'll see the same verb in other verse. Okay, here the in the ESV, this verb is translated as child is born. Okay, but in Safaria, has been born. Okay, which is which? Okay, which is the correct translation? We will use Bible word, okay, Christian source to see this. So I want to take you to Ruth chapter 4 verse 17, which also use yulat, the same verb, exactly the same verb, but we will see how, whether it's translated as is born or how. Okay, let us go to Ruth. Where is Ruth? Chapter 4 verse 17. Okay, and the woman, okay, I'll go to Hebrew, okay, side by side. And the woman give name, has been born. Okay, has been born. Okay, has been born. The verb is yulat. Where is the verb? Yulat. Here is the word yulat. Pretty same with the verb that is being using in Isaiah 9 chapter 9 verse 6. Okay, you can refer back the video, you can play again and again and try to compare. Okay, has been born, and let us go to Safaria, has been born. Okay, let us go to what Joel has said, is born. So this is huge difference between these two, but actually the correct translation is has been born, as what Safaria is using. Okay, this is one verb. Okay, we're done with this. Okay, let us look at, we go back to chapter 9 verse 6. Okay, this done should be has been born, and yulat, the Hebrew verb is yulat. Okay, and then is given. Okay, I'll try to this down. Is given. Take it up, the Hebrew one. If given is this is Targum in Aramaic, Old Testament in Aramaic. This is Old Testament in Hebrew, Masoretic text. Here nitan. Okay, nitan. Okay, here nitan is given. Okay, lanu, to us. Okay, to us a son is given. Nitan lanu, this to us is given. Okay, here is given, but let us see in Joshua 24:33 how nitan has been translated in Joshua. Where is Joshua? 24 verse 33. Okay, had been given. You see? Okay, never mind, I try to put it down. Had been given. Let us look at the verb in Hebrew. It is nitan. It is nitan. Where is the nitan? here is nitan. Same verb, but in is given. In Christian Bible use is given, and then Joel said confirmed by Jesus. Okay, confirmed by Jesus, but actually it is had been given. That means this already passed when Isaiah write this verse down. That means this already passed. It's not future tense, but the event has already passed. Okay, nothing to do with future tense because this is past perfect tense. Okay, this is ESV. Joshua had been given. Okay, and also let us go to Sephariah, has been given. Okay, so you can see the difference. Okay, let us continue again to we go back to Isaiah again. We'll do this slowly because this is very heavy, so we try to do it slowly so that you can catch up what I try to present it to you. Okay, we done with is born. Okay, it's not actually it's not is born, but in perfect tense is given, actually has been given or had been given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. Wait, I try to put it down. Shall be upon his shoulder. Shall be upon. Okay, shall be upon his shoulder is itehi. What is on his shoulder? Okay, with tehi. Okay, you can see here vav with fatah. Okay, you just memorize this one. Okay, let us look the same verb here. The be translated as shall be upon. This means in future tense, but in Sephariah we can see in Sephariah has settled. Okay, has settled. That means perfect tense, but in Joel say it is where is shall be upon. Okay, his shoulder. So let us compare again with tehi. You can see that this is a tau with Shiva, with tehi with this is a hirik. This is yod with tehi. Okay, let us go to Genesis 11. Same verb, but in Genesis 11 verse 30. Okay, here is was barren in KJV in past tense. I mean in past, describe in past. Okay, here same, the verb is same like in Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6, but here in past tense. Okay, but Joel say it is in shall be upon. Okay, in future tense. Okay, so there is the translation in by Christian in Isaiah 9 chapter 9 verse 6 has some grave problem. Okay, It's not, for me, it's not a sincere translation. It's a misleading translation actually. Actually, this is in ESV, in Genesis chapter 11 verse 30, the same, very same, pretty same verb was we put in past. Okay, in past. It's not in future tense. Okay, and then let us go to back to again Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 for the next. Okay, shall be upon. We have done with this. Okay, actually should be been settled. Okay, been settled. Okay, been settled, has settled, sorry, has settled. Okay, okay, and then his name shall be called, shall be called, shall be called. Okay, let's look at the Hebrew verb vayikra. Here, vayikra, vayikra, shall be called, vayikra, shall be called. Okay, let us look at Genesis 20 chapter 20 verse 9 for the same verb, how it been translated in Genesis verse 20, chapter 20 verse 9. Okay, here in future tense, but let us look how it been fairly translated in Genesis 29. Okay, wait. Okay, can you please memorize this, the form of this? Okay, vayikra, shall be called, as rendered by Christian in future tense. So let us go to Genesis chapter 20 verse 9. Okay, okay, call, wait, we go to this. Okay. So where's the verb? Vayikra. Okay, Vayikra Abimelech. Okay, then Abimelech called. Vayikra Abimelech li Abraham. Okay, that's mean then Abimelech called Abraham. Call. Okay, in past. Okay, in the past, same verb, vayikra, call. Okay, but look what Christian has done to the translation. Okay, same verb, it is actually in the past, but they put it in Genesis. Wait, we go to Safari first. Okay, has been named. Okay, in the past, it's not in future tense, has been named. This is a fair translation. Okay, so let us look. We go back to Isaiah 9:6. Okay, shall be called. You see how they have changed, they have twist and turned the word as they like. And then unfortunately some Christian, they only depend on the translation. They don't have any knowledge whatsoever in Hebrew. They only depend their faith on the translation. Okay, this is I think so sad for me. Okay, and then I have proven to you that actually Isaiah 9 chapter 9 verse 6 has nothing to do with future, with prophecy about Jesus, because the the sincere translation, they will use will put it in past, or the verb in past. Okay, I think I done with the verb. I think you can, even this is a heavy video. This deal with verb in Hebrew, with Hebrew words, and then I think you can please watch this again and again. You will see what I try to present it here. Okay, and then last thing on this, I want to try to discuss is about Prince of Peace. There is no word print here. Okay, there is no word print here. There is no word print. Let us go to Hebrew verse. This Sar Shalom. Shalom is peace. Sar is Christian has translated it as prince. Okay, prince. And what Saparia has translated is ruler. Okay, ruler, or somebody that I mean the leader, something like that. Okay, it's not king. Okay, it's not king. Okay, Sar Shalom. If not mistaken, there is a word like king in Hebrew, but it's not Sar. Okay, it's not Sar, but like the king is Hebrew. It's not Sar, but something else. Okay. Something else. Sar is like a ruler or leader of something. It's not Prince of Peace. Okay, never mind, I'll try to prove it to you. Okay, let us go to let's go to, remember, Sar. Okay, this is sin, this is resh. Sar. Okay, Sar. Okay, Sar Shalom. Okay, Sar Shalom. We focus on these two letter. Sar Shalom. This is not king. This is actually, okay, let us go to Genesis 39 verse 21. Okay, please memorize this. Only two consonant here. We go to Genesis 39 and verse 21, and this time I want to refer to, okay, New American. Okay, I pull it down in the middle, and then I take this up, and then we see this Sar, same Sar, bit Hasihar. Okay, this means chief jailer, the chief. Sorry, I'll get back to that. 21, sorry, I'll put it down. Okay, this one. Okay, I try to take it up again. Sorry. Sar. This is chief, mean chief. And then interestingly, let us read here how the word Sar is being translated by New American Standard. But the Lord was with Joseph and extended kindness to him and gave him favor in the sight of the chief jailer. Okay, if Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 translates Sar as prince, So this New American Standard also actually should translate this print jailer. That's mean a print of jailer. Okay, this is something that uh, awkward, see, strange, weird. Okay, chief jailer. You see, Sar is chief, means chiefs, leader, something like leader. It's not print. Okay, we get back to, okay, and then first put we please again. Okay, Sar. Okay, Sar, same chief, this chief. So we get back to Daniel again, Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. But you see how Christian has translated as prince, you see, prince. So this is, it's not a correct translation. You see how they twist and turn the word whatever that they like. They may say that this is a dynamic translation, dynamic equivalent translation, but actually this is actually perception and assumption, as well as eisegesis that been forced into the text desperately to prove something on Jesus. Okay, I think I've done with this. Let us go back to the Joel. This time I will address a bit about the highlighted in blue also suggests that the existence of the Son start at the incarnation, but exists prior to incarnation. Notice that Son is born in John chapter 1 verse 1 to 18. As I said before, that I will deal with all the so-called proof of divinity of Christ, or divinity of Christ, and Trinity in the New Testament. Maybe I'll do another video for that. But here I want to suggest you to read, to read the New Jerome Bible commentary by Raymond E. Brown, Joseph A. Fitzmayer, and Roland E. Murphy. Okay, on page 943. About what? About John chapter 1 verse 1 to 18. What this commentary has to say about this. Actually, as well as you can read from the writing of the book by the title The Writing of John by Marvin Pitt, okay, by Zondervan, page 314, note 1. Okay, what this book has said, that actually John chapter 1 verse 1 to 18 is the hymn, the earlier Christian hymn that been added later in the beginning of the book of John Gospel, been added later in the earlier, or in the earlier part of John's Gospel. It's not written by John, but been add on later. This is about him, because the structure in Greek, this 18 verses is look like hymns. So this been added later on. So it's not originally by John, but be added later. So I think I don't go deep on this, but you can. I have both book, so I have both book. Okay, I have both book. It's not I search it through internet or what, but to make the video shorter, because the video is so heavier, I think. So this is something that maybe you yourself can refer to. Okay, I think that's all. I hope we can open our heart to the truth, and we have to say spade as spade. Okay. Thank you very much.